Joining us now is Chitrangani Vajiswara. She is Sri Lanka's High Commissioner to Canada. Madam Commissioner, what's your reaction to this ship from Sri Lanka arriving here in Canadian waters?
As I have been saying over and over again, this is the second ship that has reached the Canadian coast. We had one ship last October with about 76 illegal immigrants, and the second ship also, we understand there are over 200 illegal immigrants. What we want to say is that this is a human smuggling exercise, and Canada should look at it from that point of view, and more so is because the human smuggling exercise is also linked to the Tamil Tiger movement. And we understand that there are considerable number of Tamil Tiger cadre in this group, and they are, as I have been saying, they are linked to the movement. They are cadre or former cadre of the Tamil Tiger movement. As you know, we were fighting this group. The Sri Lanka military was fighting this group for nearly 30 years now, and last May we managed to defeat this Tiger movement, and there is a total peace in Sri Lanka now. But this movement was so strong they could go on for 30 years because of the external links, the support that came from outside the country, the money and arms and ammunition. And though the war is over, the conflict is over in Sri Lanka, the external links are intact. And this is a part of the external links acting there because they have now turned to other criminal activities such as human smuggling.
So what is it you would like to see Canada do with the people on this ship?
Well, Canada, we have been talking to the Canadian authorities for the last few months, because this ship has been in the Asian waters for the last 3 months, somewhere around Thailand. And as you know, this ship was earlier heading towards Australia, but then at a certain point they decided to come to Canada because they feel that it will be easier for them to get refugee status in Canada. So what we would want the Canadian government to do is to look at it from that point of view, and they shouldn't be accepting such shiploads of illegal immigrants, because there'll be, the information we have is that there'll be others that would follow.
When you say the Tigers are getting support and money from outside the country, are you suggesting that some of that support and money comes from Canada?
Yes, because this movement, which was very strong, very sophisticated, they had cells, officers in most of the countries, in the US, including in Canada, in Europe and in Asia. So those officers that were operating and supporting the Tamil Tigers in Sri Lanka are still intact. We have managed to eliminate the group in Sri Lanka, but the officers outside are still there. Their money is intact. Their leaders they are still operating, and some of them operating under different names, under front organizations. And what we fear is some of the Tamil cadre that is trying to come in this is a move to perhaps try and regroup and start supporting such illegal activities in Sri Lanka.
Madam Commissioner, what would Sri Lanka do with these people if Canada were to send them back to Sri Lanka?
Well, if it is proved that they are Sri Lankans, we have to accept them, because they are, after all, Sri Lankan citizens, and there is no way. I mean, they could always go back to their country.
Chitrangani Vajiswara is Sri Lanka's High Commissioner to Canada. We appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Nice day. I should call in sick. Maybe I'll kayak.